My name is Goldie, and I've been with ESPA for 3 years. I'm an international training manager for the United States, which also includes the Caribbean, Mexico, and Canada. I've been in this industry for over 30 years, and in those 30 years, I've done everything in this industry except for owning a business. I'm also licensed in the state of Georgia as well as Florida. My passion for education began when I was offered a position to teach undergraduate skincare. Little did I know that that would be my lifelong passion. At that school, they carried Dermalogica, which was another British brand, and silly enough, this is the same brand that also is in Surrey, just as ESPA. And during my training and teaching at undergraduate, this particular school also had massage. So I decided to take my massage license as well. I worked at that school for several years, and then the opportunity arose for me to move to South Florida to head up the International Dermal Institute in Fort Lauderdale. So that, with the International Dermal Institute, also known as IDI Dermalogica, their main focus is postgraduate skincare education, which gave me the opportunity to really understand the skin, teach really advanced classes in all aspects of skin histology, also cosmetic ingredients, and various different techniques. So I lived there for about good 7 years, and then the opportunity arose that they opened up a school in Atlanta. So I was offered that position, so I relocated to Atlanta, hence why I also have licenses in the state of Georgia. And during that time in Atlanta, I worked there for about a good another 10 years. And then an opportunity arose with one of my prior managers that I worked with, and she transitioned over into Pavonia. And she wanted me to come along and be part of her sales team. Now, sales is something I've never done. I always love a new challenge, so I eagerly took on the position as business consultant for the Southeast, which involved me traveling all around the Southeast and doing sales. And also, one of the key things, I was able to also do education. I was actually the only what they call business consultant that was able to do education. So I also did education, took classes with Pavonia, learned all of the Pavonia techniques. But I realized I love education. That's really my passion. Sales, not really. And I do have the highest respect for all the spa ops because I know how hard it is to always be on budget and make your monthly target. And during that time, I was really missing the education. And I had another friend, his name is Sean, which I used to work with him at Dermalogica for many years. And one day he just reached out to me and just to see if I was interested in maybe in a position that required a dual licensed therapist. I looked online and researched ESPA and said, well, this really looks amazing, and I sent in my resume. Lo and behold, a few days later, I got an email and wanting to schedule an interview. So during that time, Nicola, which actually is the head of education, was doing interviews in Miami, and on her way back to the UK, she was stopping off in Atlanta. So here we are online, we're emailing back and forth pictures because we had no idea what we looked like. So we're sending each other's pictures, how tall we are, what we look like, our hair color, and all those things. And I made a sign that says, ESPA, Nicola from ESPA. So here I'm at the Atlanta airport where passengers get off with my big sign, and here comes Nicola. So it's always we always laugh every time we see each other and we talk about that story, how we interviewed. So we went and sat down at Starbucks and we had a cup of coffee. So we're interviewing her and I'm giving her a massage so she can feel my touch. A lot of people came up, they also wanted massages. So it was quite a memorable interview. And then she went back and went on to her flight to the UK. So I was telling my husband about how wonderful this opportunity would be and how great it would be. So a few days later, I got the call that I got the position, and I was to start in June, and I would be embarking on a journey of 2 months staying in the UK and training. This was the most amazing opportunity I had. I was so excited because the UK has always been on my bucket list to go to the UK. So here I'm on board in the plane going off for 2 months of training at ESPA House in Farnham. This has and always will be the most memorable experience I've ever had. Amazing, amazing training, just absolutely spectacular. And also all the people at ESPA House were just open and warm and welcoming. And I learned so much more about different massage techniques, facial techniques, and I could not wait to get back to the United States and start off my journey. Now, as an international training manager, as the title says, international, we do travel a lot. And with ESPA, we do offer 1 to 2 weeks, and if you're new account, 3 to 4 weeks of training, which is absolutely spectacular. So at this point, we do have a lot of times we do have to do some sacrifices in our personal life because we do travel a lot. We typically leave on a Sunday and then come back on a Friday and then leave again on a Sunday. And if we're doing any kind of travel, like say for instance in the Caribbean, where typically is a 2-day travel, you leave on a Saturday and then arrive there on a Sunday. We have the opportunity at ESPA to really, first of all, foremost, education. ESPA stands for Education Spa, so we really offer phenomenal, phenomenal education. I can really say that having a background in education for over 20 years, there is no education as stellar as ESPA's. Memorable experiences also is that we get to not only travel and stay at these beautiful destination resorts and things like the Ritz-Carlton. I can tell you, once you stay at the Ritz-Carlton, it's very hard to beat to stay at any other hotel around the world. We also get to meet different cultures of people. And if I look at where I had the opportunity to go, it's just been absolutely amazing. One of my bucket list has been Hawaii. Hawaii was absolutely spectacular. And given the opportunity to train in Hawaii, I still couldn't believe I have to pinch myself every day. Here I'm in this magnificent room overlooking this beautiful ocean, and I get to train and get paid to do this. And the key thing as being an international training manager, 1 week I could be in Hawaii, where it's about a good 90 degrees, which is about 30 Celsius. The next week I could be up in Vail, where we have snow and it's freezing. Next week I can be down in the Caribbean, embracing different kinds of cultures. One really memorable experience I had, I was going to one of our accounts in Kanawan. And Kanawan means turtle. So this was a 2-day journey to get there. On the island, it was a small little island, so I had my own personal golf cart to get around the island. And I stayed there for 2 weeks. And with the spa was actually built on the side of the mountain overlooking this magnificent blue ocean. And the spa does not have air conditioning because they open up the windows to allow the fresh ocean breeze in. And they also don't have any kind of spa music because you actually listen to the rolling of the ocean, which was absolutely amazing. I still couldn't believe when I'm standing there in class teaching prenatal. I think it was the first day we taught prenatal, and just overlooking the ocean, which is absolutely magnificent. And the ladies from that particular spa, they were from Bali, they were from France, they were from Italy, they were from all over the world, and every day they actually brought in different foods from their culture. And then they also said they wanted to show me the highest peak of their island. I'm like, okay, great, this sounds fantastic. Little did I know that we would start off at 4 a.m. on a Saturday morning. So they picked me up at 4 a.m. on a Saturday morning. We drove for about almost an hour with the little golf cart up to the top where we parked. And then we hiked about 2 miles straight up a mountain so we can see the sunrise. It was just absolutely spectacular. So not only do we get to train with amazing therapists and meet different cultures from around the world, we also get to see absolutely beautiful places that most people dream of going to. So that definitely, it makes me love my career. Another thing also is working for ESPA itself. I've never worked with a more caring, nurturing, I want to say work family as ESPA. And also all the ladies I get to work with, they're absolutely amazing. They all have different backgrounds. They're all loving and always share our knowledge. We also get the opportunity as international training managers to come together twice a year as a team to learn about new products as well as new techniques, which is amazing. So as a trainer, not only do you get to train, but you also get to get challenged, which is really important as a trainer, that you always get to learn new techniques and learn about new products. I can go on and on and on because I know there's a limit on this video, but to talk about our passion, so definitely skincare, massage is my passion. I always tell my husband, and he always agrees, that this career, everything that I've done in my life at this stage has led me and prepared me for this most wonderful journey that I have with ESPA right now. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of my fellow international training managers during Christmas time for another meeting to get ready for our next venture ahead. Bye!